You know, some people like spending $50 on a AAA title. Some people like spending $50 on groceries for the week. And some people like to spend $50 on the newest ultra legendary brawler, Kaze. And yet a fourth group of people actually would rather spend $50 on watching someone else buy the $50 legendary brawler Kaze. And that's why big shout outs to Isaiah Way 2995. I don't know if you can see that, but he dropped $50 on yesterday's video to get me to buy this brawler. And so I did. And now I'm going to be here to tell you guys my thoughts about it. I kind of want to just hop into some games with her in trophies and just give you my general thoughts. You know, is the pack worth it? What do I think about the brawler? Is she fun? Is she game-breakingly broken? Is the game going to be ruined for the next 2 months while ladder and ranked is terrorized by her? Or is she just going to get perma-banned? We'll talk about all that. But before we do, let me just it's not a sponsor. I want to get some teammates so we can maybe actually have progress in our trophy push. Let's make a lobby here. Alright guys, we've got the Discord mercenaries in the lobby now. I think we're gonna just go ahead and hop into Rustic Arcade. I have tried her on Heist in Bridge Too Far, and I did try her on Knockout as well and Bounty. Well, these maps are honestly not that favorable for her. But overall, initial impressions just in terms of viability as a brawler, she's very strong. Very, very, very strong. And this is just for my first day of playing her. Guys, Kaze, I kind of mentioned this in my main channel video talking about Ultra Legendary as a rarity. I speculated in that video that I think... Can we just ready up already? What the fuck are we waiting for? Anyways, as I was saying, I speculated in that video that Kaze seems like a really complex character, and I think that's going to make her not really cause an apocalypse like Buzz Lightyear did, despite her literally being wing mode Buzz Lightyear in one of her forms. And I think I was kind of on the money with that. This brawler is really, really complicated and a little bit hard to play. Just even one of her forms, okay? Remove the Buzz Lightyear form. One of her forms, this geisha mode, okay, has a critical spot, has like a G spot that you have to land your attack on, and that already makes her kind of complex. Like in a way, like Shade is complex, but not really complex. It's hard to play optimally, right? And that's one thing. And her movement is really insane. Her reload speed, by the way, is also really huge. Like you're seeing here, I'm like reloading attacks like nothing else. Oh, I messed up my crit spot there. Like there, see, if I dashed above, the crow probably would have died. There's just little things like that just you can optimize in your gameplay every single time, and it's really hard for me to adapt to this when Kaze has first come out. In the Mortis 1v1, I'm not really sure who wins that. I think the Mortis might win that most of the time, to be honest, but as people get better with Kaze, I suspect you might actually see the Kaze win that more too. She's just a really, really difficult brawler to describe. I think a lot of people worried that she would be uncounterable because she has two different forms, and you know, for other brawlers like Larry and Larry who have kind of two different brawlers in one, they have mechanics generally that make them seem like uncounterable in a way, like they counter their counters with their other form or other brawler or whatever that they can spawn in. And while that is true for a lot of form-changing brawlers sometimes, I think in terms of Kaze actually, because both brawlers are both assassins, it might not actually be the case. Now, in future Ultra Legendary releases, who knows how that's going to change. Fuck, I missed all my crits. But like, you know, with future Ultra Legendary releases, you know, maybe that'll change. But for at least this initial brawler, she's not game-breakingly broken or uncounterable right now. And the reason why I say right now is that, of course, because she's so hard to play, a lot of people are still warming up to getting used to her. I'm still warming up to getting used to her. I think it'll take most people around a week or maybe even 2 weeks of just playing her to kind of get used to her and making the most of her kit. But I think once people really start to understand how to min-max this brawler and play her to her ultimate capacity, that's when people are really going to make her seem fucking bullshit and make the best parts of her kit shine and make her seem actually uncounterable. Just because of how strong her kit is, just in the I kill her. Nice. Okay. Yeah, just in the sheer what you can do. So there you can see I'm kind of just dashing around the map. I already have a full ammo bar. The first thing to know about Kaze is her geisha form, her default form, has a really fucking fast reload speed. I can just spam attacks out. I'll dash up the map out of spawn, use 3 ammo, and I'll have another 2 ammo instantly just off the rip. It's kind of insane how fast you can move with this brawler in her base form. And she even has a fast base movement speed too on this form, a lot faster than her wing mode Buzz Lightyear, which is why a lot of times when I want to like push up, I'll like not switch to it, and then here I'll just get a double kill here really quick. But that's the first thing to know. And then for her super, if you don't know what it does, in her base form, it throws out a big like sandy super looking thing that is a reverse sandy super. So it actually makes people invis to everyone outside of the sandy super. I do have a gem here, but I don't want to keep it because I kind of want to just go in. All right, nice. See if we can catch this Colette lacking. Oh, we barely don't get the crit spot. Yeah, so when you switch to ninja form, though, you switch using your gadget. When you do switch to ninja form, you are slower in your movement speed. But what you do get in exchange for that is a longer range, which I'm going to show you here in a second. All right, so let me just dash up the map really quick. Here, look at how fast you reload ammo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I wait 2 seconds, and I already have 2 ammo again. It's crazy. I think, in terms of nerfs, like, this is definitely the thing that's going to get nerfed the first, is just how fast this reload speed is. It's pretty absurd. We do take out that Byron there. And I said I was going to show you what the range mode looks like. I call it range mode in my head. It's the ninja form. It's the Buzz, you know, wing Buzz Lightyear. So here, let's go ahead and I'm just going to dash up, switch forms, and use the extra range to get the kill on the Jessie. And that's how I've been using this second form a lot, is she has a slower movement speed. But she has a longer range. She also has a slower reload speed. So if you kind of think of Sam as a brawler, right? Sam has 2 forms, kind of. One with his gloves on and one with his gloves off. And with his gloves on, he has a really slow reload speed, but his attacks do a lot of damage. Gloves off, faster reload speed, attacks do very little damage. And that's kind of the way I've been using her, almost, is like a weird Sam. So I'll run up, I'll like dash up with the base form, right? I'll get a bunch of positioning, and then once I reload a couple ammo, then I switch forms and I pump people out with this faster or longer range and better like stuff. Like, that's kind of the way I've been using her so far, and I think it works really well, because the other thing about Kaze, I'm sorry, there's a lot to this Brawler's kit if you can't tell. 2 supers, 2 gadgets, 2 hypercharge, whatever the fuck. The other thing you can do is, when you're in ninja form, you get this long range super, which just lets you whip across the map. Like, you just teleport on top of people and kill them so easily. It is really fucked. I think this is the other big thing that probably will get nerfed about Kaze going into the future, is just how far and fast you can teleport across the map with this. Like, it's kind of bullshit. You will just wipe people with it, and it's not really fair, because it's not really counterable. Like, because of how fast the super travels, there's not a lot of counterplay you can do with that. It's literally just, you think you're safe one moment, and then she comes from across the screen, teleports on you, and does 10,000 damage in like a one single burst combo, because she is kind of like Buzz Lightyear. That, I think, once people start learning that you can just do that all the time, I think that's going to become really fucked. Like, there have been a lot of games just in me pre-pushing this Brawler after a stream where I was winning games that I shouldn't have, just because people didn't realize I could teleport across the map and onto their face. It was really fucked. Oh yeah, and then for her gadgets too, there's a lot of intricacies with her build. You know, some people will say like, oh, Kaze has an invis on her gadget, and that is kind of true, but that gadget actually is... Oh shit, am I dead? Fuck, I do that. Oh, nice. I actually am not using that build. I'll talk more about the build that I'm using in a second, but the gadgets... I think the best way to use the gadget isn't so much for the buff itself, but more just to change forms. Like, the fact that you get a buff feels more like an afterthought. The biggest thing seems just that you can change forms and get a bunch of value that way. I'm gonna just keep cycling these supers, because why not? Use my range form here to get the kill on the Mortis. And... should be able to pinch out that guy. Yep. Actually, here's something cool you can do. I just instantly kill the Mortis there. The Hypercharge, I think the Ninja Form Super is just better, right? But not only that, I think the Hypercharge Ninja Form is also better. Like, the super you get in the Hypercharge in your Ninja Form, it just instantly kills people. If there's 2 people clumped up and you super them with your Hypercharge, they just instantly die. Both of them, because the big part is this first star power. Look at the second part of this on the right side. When a marked enemy is defeated, they will deal area damage to other enemies. So what ends up happening is Kaze's default super here, in her ninja form, she dashes a long distance and marks the enemy she passes through, and the mark explodes after 2.5 seconds normally. It does a lot of damage, 3,000. With Hypercharge damage boost, that can go up to like 3,750 or something. So it does a lot of damage, like 4k damage. And the Hypercharge makes it so her dash, if the enemy is going to die from the mark damage, the mark will instantly be consumed and just explode. Or just be consumed and deal the damage. But with this first star power, when a marked enemy is defeated, they explode. And so what ends up happening is, with this star power combined with this Hypercharge, in her ninja super, you teleport on someone, they just instantly die when you bring them low enough HP, and they explode, dealing AoE damage to nearby people. If you mark 2 people at once, they explode on top of each other to deal like 10,000 damage instantly. And that is a really fucked combo, considering that you cannot dodge this super. The ninja super, you just can't dodge it. The only way to do is outrange it, but it has such a long range. It's a super deadly combo. I don't know if I'll be able to show it to you in this video, but I have some clips of it happening in just me playing off camera that I can probably add in at the end of this video, maybe, if we don't get it just in me playing normally. lagging a little bit. Oh, we're facing an enemy kaze. That's actually interesting. So yeah, this is the main way to play kaze. You use the base form for mobility, get up the map, and then you can switch forms to use the range to do stuff. That is a clone. I just wasted my good hit on a clone. Tough. The other thing too that I really like about the first star power, by the way, is that I'm actually gonna die here probably to this Leon. Let me just try to at least get some value. Fuck, I got pinched out. When you hit someone in your G spot with Kaze's base form, you actually slow them for 2.5 seconds, which is a really fucked up mechanic. Like, again, another brawler, kind of like Lumi, that just has a slow... Like, look at this tick. He's slow for 2.5 seconds, and he cannot escape. Yet another brawler with a slow on a star power on a basic attack. It's not as amazing as Lumi's just because, you know, Kaze's range isn't as good, obviously, but it still is insanely overtuned and maybe too much value because, like, when you hit someone with a crit, which isn't that hard to do, all things considered, since she has such a fast movement speed, like, they just can't run. They have nowhere to go. Oh, that's a tickhead. Fuck, why did I dash in on that? Oh! Okay, that... the tickhead and Kaze both exploded together, and that dealt a lot of damage. Oh, and RB's dead. Can we save this? Okay. Okay, we do take out the Kaze. Nice. And we get 8 gems. I hope our B can pick up 2 and get out. Alright, I guess... Oh, no! Okay. Yeah, we're fine. No. Okay. This is a really messy game, but that's just kind of how it goes when you're playing with a Kaze. Teleport onto that guy. No, I meant to dash that way. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Thank God the B tapped that. Holy hell. All right, nice. That's a countdown. But you have never actually won when you're facing a Kaze, by the way, because if the enemy Kaze has super and she goes into ninja form, she will teleport across the map. That is a Leon Hypercharge. I'll just, okay, she doesn't have super. Nice. Okay, she goes down. Whew. That was clutch. But yeah, I really think the first star power is just the better one. The second star power does give you... I think it makes her fan super suck an ammo when it lands, which... The fan super isn't as good as the dash super in the ninja form, so I think that makes this one not as good. And the second one increases duration of gadget effects by 50%. That only impacts the left side of the gadget effect. So switch to ninja aspect and you gain 30% movement speed, 2.5 seconds, and switch to ninja aspect and gain invisibility for 2 seconds. It only affects that part of the gadgets because those are the only buff parts of the gadget, but they, like I said, they feel more like an afterthought. You don't actually use it for these effects most of the time. The gadgets are mostly just to switch forms. And the reason why I say that too is because, you know, movement speed is nice and invis is obviously sounds broken, but what apparently when you use this invis part, enemies can see when you use the invis even when you're in a bush. So it's not like a kit cardboard box gadget where you can just use it in a bush and sneak up on someone, or like a Leon super where you invis in a bush and sneak up on someone. When you use it in a bush, people can see that for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, that makes this invis actually really not that good. And on top of that, like, having a dash when you switch to your base form it's not actually that amazing. While the dash is nice, her base form already has, like I showed you before, a really fast reload speed, and all of her basic attacks are dashes. So you don't really need a dash when you switch to base form. You're already going to be able to dash when you switch to base form anyways. And what the first gadget does instead of being a dash when you switch to base form, it instead heals you, which is really, really nice. Because with the thing with Kaze, even though you think of her as an assassin like Kenji or Mortis that can like dash around and like do really insane mobility plays and just run people down with her high damage, she can kind of do that sometimes. But the thing is that Kaze doesn't have sustain. Like, she doesn't have a way to heal herself or block damage like a lot of other assassins do. Like, think about Mortis, for example. He has a super bats that goes through walls and can pierce people and heals them for the number of people hit, and he can cycle those really easily. And that's kind of what makes Mortis so hard to kill, like a good Mortis, because they will literally just super you and then chain bats and then become unkillable by healing over and over again, right? They cycle that. Same thing with Kenji. He literally has a trait that heals him every time he deals damage. He has a super that gives him invulnerability. He has a star power that shields him. You know, Kenji has a lot going for him that makes him... Oh, fuck, I don't get that kill. That makes him harder to kill. And he even has a gadget that heals him for like 50% of the damage, right? Kenji is, you know, a lot of survivability on that brawler. And so he feels really hard to actually kill. Nice, you just get that griff. And even like, you know, other brawlers like Edgar also has that healing trait, blah blah blah. Like a lot of brawlers have a trait that just heals you, but Kenji or Kaze doesn't have that. She doesn't have any real way to sustain or heal. She only has her mobility in her base form, and obviously she has the heal when you switch to base form from ninja form, but it's not as controllable to get that off, because it's like when you're in your base form then you just don't have a heal, and only when you're in your ninja form do you have a heal, but to get the heal you have to switch out of ninja form, if that makes sense. It's a little bit more finicky, and there's only one source of it, and it was only one gadget that has it, so it's like, you know, depending on the build, you might not even have it at all. What I really love about this space form is like, it's really fun to use. Feels a lot like playing Shade / Miko. It's really actually really cool to just like clip people, like boom, you just like two tap people, and that feels amazing. But she's frail, like she can go down really easily, because despite like 8500 HP with shield gear seeming like a lot, compared to other assassins with how much like healing or shielding they have, it's actually not as much compared to other assassins. It reminds me more of Melody, but without even Melody's shield gadget. So it's kind of just like difficult. But that's fine because she has a really fast mobility, so really high skill players I think will be able to dodge a lot of shots and just make this brawler do insane bullshit things, which I think is really cool. I'm really excited to see maybe if Saitampo ever gets his hands on this brawler, that'd be really cool to watch. There's some other intricate things too about this brawler that I didn't mention. So like one thing that you might have noticed is that Kaze's attacks, her attacks are dash, right? Like they are dashing, but unlike, oh shit, wait, I meant to use this one, nice. Yeah, there we go. Unlike other dashing brawlers, when you dash up, like Kenji and Mortis, when they dash, their bodies have a collision. So like when you dash up with Kenji and Mortis, the movement there of the brawler, if you hit them with that, that actually will deal damage. But Kaze's dash is actually more of like a thrower attack that's just really nearby, where this aiming reticle is. And so when she dashes, she doesn't actually get... Oh, fuck. No, we're fine. Yeah, she's dead. And I can just let my teammates pick those gems up. If you ever die mid-dash, you actually, unlike Kenji and Mortis, you don't get the damage off there. You just die without dealing any damage, which it's like a niche thing. It doesn't happen that often, but it does happen enough where other dashing brawlers wouldn't have that issue, where it's like, okay, this brawler, it's not like the same as the other dashing brawlers. It really does feel like a Miko, but without the invulnerability on their attack. You know, also a little more fun because obviously she is a whole other brawler while also at the same time having a G-spot, and that is really fun to play. I love my G-spots on brawlers. I think the Shade G-spot is really fun to play around. Kaze G-spot is really cool. Draco G-spot is not that satisfying, but it's cool that he has one. I think that's neat. And I don't think I'm gonna really switch modes here. Like I can switch to knockout and stuff. The other maps are just terrible. I think for her best game modes, it's actually gonna be those more mid-range maps, obviously, like those more close-up ones. I don't think you can really make her work on open maps as well, because both of her forms are assassins. It kind of works out to where like you can counter both of her forms with outranging or with any tank counter, basically, I think. Oh fuck. Dude, Mortis is so hard. It's hard when he's dashing around to hit him with the G-spot, but I think her being hard to play and also both of her forms being an assassin technically makes her actually somewhat counterable and makes her more likely to not take over the game. She is still broken. Like a good Kaze, her kit is overtuned. She just has so much shit that I think there's no way that this brawler won't be broken, but good players can still counter Kaze, even if good Kazes can beat good players, even if they do go a counter sometimes, I think. It really just depends on obviously how good the player is, and Kaze is still so new and difficult to use that I think people haven't really unlocked their full potential yet, but we'll see. I'm gonna switch to Geisha form here and get the double mark, and that Piper's gonna die. Max is gonna take 3000 damage, and that will be pretty damn good for RB to just clean up there, I think. Okay, no, looks like Max wiggled. That's fine. We're coming up on our Hypercharge super. Once you get super, I don't think the fan super is as good. Like, she's an assassin that also has a Sandy super, which is like, it's a weird concept to think about, but she also has the option to use a dash super if she so chooses. When I use Kaze though, I think it really makes more sense to use her as an assassin. It's really that you would rather use her as a Sandy, and so when I use her, I'll just pretty much always try to use her ninja form super if possible. Sometimes I'll throw out the base form super if it's like convenient or maybe it seems like it'll be good. But I just personally get more out of using the ninja form super since it's obviously so damn broken. I really enjoy playing this brawler. I think she's really, really fucking interesting. Maybe a part of it is that she's overtuned. Maybe part of it is that she's really complex. I could have killed that Colt there if I switched forms. She's a really fun brawler to play. I've been enjoying her a lot. I've just kind of been like enjoying myself, taking my time with this brawler and just letting myself figure her out and not really grinding to speedrun it or anything. See if we can get this Piper here by dashing up. Okay, we actually still get her. I don't mark the Brock, but we do get him too. And here, I'm actually going to be able to heal here and actually get out alive. Oh my god. Okay, I do have a gem that I cannot die. I'm probably going to die. Oh shit. Oh, teammates, come back. Where are you going? Oh. Yeah, I think I will make a more full-fledged Kaze guide once she hits ranked. I kind of want to wait for that to see what happens with her. There's a good chance that she's just going to be permabanned once she hits ranked and isn't going to be really, like, you know, playable ever, which is a shame because I think she's really, really fun. Probably a bit too much and not that counterable, but, you know, really fun, epic cool brawler design. Oh shit. Okay, nice. And boom. I think, you know, maybe I could see a use for her other build. Like, I really think these... Oh wait, I accidentally switched my build. Oh, I meant to go this build, dude. I've been using the wrong build this one. Whatever. I think there is... These gadgets kind of go together. And then the first gadget and the first star power kind of go together too. I think there is room to go the second star power and the second gadget maybe on the more open maps, because there you kind of need to rely probably on the invisibility gadget more to try to like make plays out of it. But on those mid-range maps where I think she's better, I think this is your build that you would rather go. Now, all that being said, is Kaze worth $50? No, obviously not. But you already knew that. Like, everybody knows that this is not worth $50 from the perspective of someone who is probably, you know, isn't made of money. Like, if money doesn't mean that much to you and you get $50 like in the blink of an eye, or you just have a bunch of money saved up and you don't really do anything with it besides spend it on Brawl Stars for whatever reason, like, you know, you're free to spend it on Kaze if you so wish. Like, there's nothing wrong with spending money how you want to and having fun if it brings you joy to play this brawler early. But if you have credits saved up like me, like, you know, I really don't think you need to use, like, there's, I mean, really, with early access, arguably you never need to spend the money on it, right? So it really is just like a personal choice thing. Like, but no, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not gonna get any insane value out of this playing this brawler a week early compared to just waiting. I think I might be in an awkward spot here, but can I still... Oh, almost can kill it. Auto aim on this brawler isn't actually... People do like to like, you know, imagine situations where auto aim might actually be good on Kaze in the base form, because someone told me in chat that there's a way you can like move dash around people with auto aim and move in a certain way to like make it so your auto aim works better and hits the crit spot every time. I don't think that's real. I personally just enjoy manually aiming because it's more fun for me that way anyways. Let me actually see if I can get a... Just kill this Terra right there, like just instantly delete them, and it's just, there's nothing she can really do about that. Oh, I actually got hit by that? Yikes. It's okay though. Once I get out of this, I think... Oh no! Oh, I missed the... Okay, I actually missed the crit spot there. I think we're gonna lose, or at least get countdown canceled for that. Yeah, she can't escape. Nice, we take her out. Oh, I picked up gems, fine. I will gem carry Kaze, whatever. What was I saying again, dude? I forgot. I need to have my notes written down somewhere. Maybe that's what the guide video is for. Guide video coming eventually, maybe. Don't bother buying Kaze if you don't need to. She is really fun though, so that's that. You know, I'm sure I'll think of more things that I had wanted to say in this video as time goes on. But anything that I don't talk about here, I'll just include it in the Kaze guide that I make eventually. She is both versatile and counterable at the same time. Like, both forms are assassins. Oh, that's what I want to talk about too, is I think what's interesting is... Oh shit, I fucked this up. No, I shouldn't have auto-aimed. See, that's why auto-aim sucks. I should have just manually aimed it, whatever. I would have killed that Gray if I manually aimed. But, because her second form is kind of like Wing Form Buzz Lightyear. Like, Wing Form Buzz Lightyear was almost a tank counter, just because he had a better range than a lot of tanks and aggro brawlers and assassins, and he could also at the same time like deal a pretty decent amount of damage with his basic attack. And I think... Oh shit, let me get out. Yeah, I think second form Kaze almost feels like that too, where I think she actually can do pretty good in the tanks despite being an assassin, just because she has that form that... Oh, I meant to use the dash gadget or dash super there, just because she has that form that lets her, like, here, like, I have longer range now, and now I deal like a pretty good amount of damage. Although at max range it's obviously not that great, but at close up it'll do a lot more. Like, here, this Gray would have died if I had faster reload speed, but this form has a slower reload speed too. We're kind of getting shit on by a Gray. This is not a good look. It's okay. This is what good teammates are for. Am I dead? Oh, I'm actually trolling. Dude, I'm actually so bad. Alright, hold up. Let me try not to totally throw this game away. Okay. Wait. Oh, fuck. Okay, the Kenji is... Whoa, he's so low. Fuck, 600 HP. Can the B get that? damn it, man. Oh, my bad. I actually trolled this. We actually should have won. Fuck, I'm so stupid. Alright, here we're laning a Gus. I'm just gonna spam attacks. Like, you can just spam attacks and dash up so much. It's insane. Oh, thought I could see an opportunity there on the Mandy. I'm just gonna heal him a shield gear, charge, and then boom. Just 3-shot the Gus just like that. Lily is coming for me, but I am faster than every brawler in the game because of my fast-ass reload speed. And yeah, I don't know if Lily has super. She might have gadgeted at some point. Whatever. Let's just strong aura. Walk up here. There she is. Oh shit. XP actually get that kill. Fuck. Oh, I don't know if I've mentioned yet. You might have noticed, but the location of the crit spot, by the way, is oh, nice. Oh, I don't hit the mark? Tough. The location of the crit spot changes in a clockwise motion every time you hit it. So here, if I dash, the crit spot is going to always be in the top spot. And then when I hit someone with this crit spot, it'll move to the right spot. And then if I hit someone with that, it'll move to the bottom spot, etc, etc. Lily has Hypercharge. I think she will just kill me if she gets me with that. Shit. I charged another Mandy super. Bruh, what am I doing? Oh my god. Why are Mandy shots so fat? How does that hit me? Dude, there's no way. Alright. I think I do want to just try to see if I can eat this Lily Hypercharge super so she doesn't use it on my teammate. Let's see, where is she gonna appear from? There she is. Next we get the Lily. Alright, that's all we needed. We need to kill the Lily and then now we win. Oh shit. Oh shit, I fucked this up. Oh my god. Dude, this... Guys, when you make Kaze work, you make her work. But when you miss a crit spot and you fumble and you start moving in a clockwise motion without realizing your crit spot hasn't moved, like that's when you just look like a clown and you make so many mistakes. Fang does have super here. Let's see if we can nice. We do get him down. It's really annoying too, the fact that manually aiming is so good on her because like her range is not that long, so it's like sometimes you have to like shoot like this really close to you, and doing that with manual aim is just so annoying with the way the joystick thing works. Oh, he's won there. But we have a pretty damn good comp into them just because we have Amber and B. We're both really solid tank counters, so this game should just be chopped for them. Wow, oh my god, the Fang just cycled. Just super in here. Nice, we get that. We even get the Fang mark as well, and now that should just be game. I'm gonna see if I can get a nice Hypercharge super and show you guys like what you can do with this brawler if you do use it like in a funny way, but I think it'll be difficult. Yeah, no, can you just jump so I don't even get to show it to you? But I mean, there was a kind of a little bit there, right? The super reminds me a little bit of Fang Hypercharge. You just zip across the map, you insta-kill people with the sheer damage output you have, and people just die when you have this ninja form Hypercharge super. I don't know if I mentioned this yet, the Hypercharge fan super basically just makes the super start dealing damage in the middle of it like a Lu super does. It's not really that good. I don't think it's worth using it most of the time. Maybe on like gem grab maps or more bushy maps, you can use it for control. I could definitely see it working there because it is kind of a sandy super, but I don't know. Oh shit. Oh fuck. I think Stu is a really bad matchup for... Honestly, in terms of matchups, like dashing brawlers in general, Mortis and Kenji and Stu, I feel like they're not really that great matchups for Kaze because they can move around and makes it really hard for Kaze to actually hit them with her attacks, both wing form and geisha form, because you know these attacks are not that easy to like clip people with if you're fighting against a mobile brawler. I will just auto aim super here and just take that Stu out though. So maybe not actually as bad as I think it is. I don't know. I think really just tank counters and mobile brawlers are going to be her toughest matchups for the most part, and outranging on open maps. It's just like any other assassin. Tanks though, because she does have this Buzz Lightyear form, I think she won't be that bad into. Can I get this Byron? Oh, please. Oh, nice. Okay, we do get him with the crit spot. Alright. Okay, nice. We do get everyone here. And we can also use... Another thing you can do too with Kaze that is probably going to be really annoying about this ninja form is you can also use it as an escape tool with the super. Like, if you have your super and you're in deep on your geisha form, just instantly switching to ninja form and then supering out is always an option as well. It just makes her really difficult to actually kill if Kaze is playing optimally. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I kind of go back and forth on how counterable this brawler is. Again, I don't know what people are going to be able to do with Kaze. Obviously, I'm playing in trophies, which isn't the most competitive anyways. Once I play her in ranked, we'll know for sure. But like first impression so far, overall, she does seem counterable. Could just be a skill issue thing, though for now. We'll see. Once she does hit ranked, there's a chance that people will just get better with her and she will become actually uncounterable and completely broken and bullshit and not fair to play against. Although she probably already is kind of like that. I don't think she'll be game breaking though, just because she's hard to play. So bad players won't be able to make her work. And I think even good players will struggle to make her work for at least a little while. So that's the nice thing, is even if she is broken, which she probably is, you probably won't feel the effects of that for a long time, especially since she takes so long to unlock as well. That's another thing too. But most people, I think, because they have credits saved up, you'll probably see a lot of people start to unlock kaze around a couple weeks to a month after she enters a star road. Oh, actually, I should help Maverick get his last. I'll help Maverick get his last 1000 amber. I won't leave him hanging. I won't leave him hanging. Oh, dude, right there, you saw I dash on the squeak. I dash through him. He doesn't take any damage because, like I said, she's not like Mortis or Kenji where the dash itself has a hitbox. You only deal the damage if she fully lands in the middle of her circle. So that's, yeah, that's just one little unfortunate little byproduct there. But I think the squeak has walked up a little too close to me. Now I can just take him out. I will dash through that just to deal the mark damage on the Janet, and the mark itself does a pretty good amount of deep like supercharge. I get a fourth of my super back just from the mark damage alone. She cycles super really fast. I don't really know how long this video is going to be. This video might be like really fucking long, like 30-40 minutes. I just had a lot of thoughts because this brawler, I mean, it's two brawlers in one, you know. Fucking what am I going to do, not talk about every little aspect of her? I'll have a more concise and condensed form of this probably in my guide video if I make it. I probably will make it. What if I can just kill this squeak? Oh, I didn't have the ammo. Man, her ninja form has really slow reload speed. It's really slow. Okay, I meant to hypercharge that, but it's fine. We still get the kill. Alright, guys, and that is everything about Kaze and Maverick's 1k. She's a really fun brawler to play. Really strong if you can make her work. You know, probably somewhere around middle S tier. If I was a tier list guy, that's what I would tell you. If not, just straight up top of S tier. She does also have a pretty decent matchup into some of the broken brawlers in the game, like Lumi. She has a pretty good matchup into, I think, Kenji Hypercharge. I'm not really sure. Like I said, Kenji's a dashing brawler, so it's hard to hit him, but maybe it could work. Jaeyoung, I'm not sure. Maybe she wins that. Hank, also, I think she can win that too, just with the help of her wing form. Yeah. Oh, and the reason why I said before I don't like her too much on knockout is just because she's really frail, but the best way to play her is to kind of just like run it down and like try to get value that way and just get kills and use cycle supers that way and use your life to get more kills and more supers and cycle everything, because her hypercharge and supers cycle really fast. But on knockout, you only have one life. So it's kind of like, it's a little sus. It's like picking Melody on knockout. Like you just don't ever do it, even if she is a really broken brawler. But every other game mode, Bounty, Gem Grab, Brawl Ball, Hot Zone, she's going to be great. Heist, I'm not sure. Maybe she could be good. She does do a lot of DPS in her base form, the Geisha form with her dashes and the crits. But yeah, honestly, she's probably going to be good on Heist too. Yeah, those are my thoughts overall on Kaze. Take care of yourselves. I will see you in the next one. We're going to go back to ranked tomorrow. And I'll play Kaze again when she comes out in ranked, or I'll try to if she doesn't get banned every time. Take care of yourselves. I love you. Goodbye. Peace. All right.